Right. Okay, you're good.
All right, we're rolling.
We're going to give you an update on a motor vehicle accident that has currently occurred on Interstate 10 here in Baldwin County. This afternoon, a Baldwin County Sheriff's Office unit was on the interstate, observed a vehicle on a traffic violation, and attempted to make a stop on that vehicle. They were eastbound on I-10 at that time. A pursuit ensued. The vehicle continued on eastbound until it got off of the interstate, turned around, and came back westbound on the interstate. A short time later, the vehicle got off the interstate here at exit 49, commonly referred to as the Beach Express. That vehicle then turned around once again and continued back on Interstate 10 westbound. They traveled approximately 1.5 miles from this location. At that time, the suspect vehicle made a U-turn in the middle of the interstate and continued eastbound in the westbound lane. The deputy that was pursuing the vehicle at that time lost sight of the vehicle. The vehicle apparently struck another vehicle that was traveling westbound in the westbound lane, causing the motor vehicle accident. At this time, we have 3 that are confirmed deceased in the suspect vehicle. There is 1 confirmed deceased in the vehicle that they hit. The driver of that vehicle has been transported to University Hospital in Mobile. We do not have a condition on the driver at this time. We do not have the identities of any of the individuals, but I can tell you that both vehicles had out-of-state license plates. I'm not going to say which state at this time because we're still trying to confirm the validity of those plates, but they were not Alabama license plates. The accident is being investigated by the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. The troopers are on scene. The Baldwin County Sheriff's Office, of course, is conducting their investigation. The District Attorney's Office is on scene, as well as the Baldwin County Coroner's Office. ALDOT has been notified, and a section of the interstate is going to be shut down. That section is going to be between the Beach Express and the Loxley exit westbound. Initially, it got out that this occurred at the 51-mile marker. This is the 49-mile marker, and some people are putting it in their GPS and getting confused on that. We're asking that any I-10 westbound traffic gets off at the Wilcox exit, where they are being rerouted back to Interstate 10 westbound, and the same thing for any Beach Express traffic. We're rerouting them for the westbound section of Interstate 10. Eastbound, of course, is not affected by this. Eastbound will remain the same. I'll take a few questions now.
Sheriff, there were 2 people in the car that was hit eastbound, the innocent folks. There was 2 people in that car?
That is correct.
1 person was killed in that vehicle?
Yes.
And the driver of that vehicle is at University Hospital?
Been transported by South Flight, yes.
There were only 3 people in the suspect vehicle?
That's what we know at this time. I will say that the suspect vehicle did explode and was engulfed in flames, and so that's what we know at this time.
Is there any reason why, I know the investigation, you guys have a long way to go, but any reason why this suspect vehicle may have been trying to elude your deputy?
We do not know at this time. Obviously, that's a question that the ALEA and the Sheriff's Office will try to determine, but at this time we do not know.
Do you have a timeline on how long this is going to be closed?
I would estimate right now a minimum of 3 to 4 hours, which is why it was important we get that word out, because people getting off of work and kids getting out of school, but at least 3 to 4 hours at this time.
From a safety standpoint, isn't it crazy that somebody turned around, like I know he was trying to get away from you guys, but turned around and went the wrong way on the interstate?
Well, at that point it became a real public safety risk. And so yes, I mean, that was one of the things. Obviously they made that decision and did that. And once again, we don't know why.
Do you know if your office or your deputy turned around and was trying to follow them at that point?
At a point in time, the deputy did turn around, but he had lost sight of them. And so he had actually, by the time he made it around the curve, the accident had already occurred.
Can you talk about the speeds at which this driver may have been going?
I don't know that because I haven't reviewed that. That's one of the things that we will review. Obviously, there is some camera footage of the pursuit, and we will be downloading all the things on speed and everything will be part of our review, but at this point in time, I just do not know.
Sheriff, why was the deputy initially going to do a traffic stop?
It was a traffic violation on the interstate. I think I know why, but I'm not 100% sure, but I can just say it was a traffic violation at that time.
Sheriff, do you know how the suspect's vehicle collided with the pedestrian vehicle? And you mentioned that the suspect's vehicle exploded. Is there anything more you know about that right now?
Only thing is just from the crash itself, it does look like the vehicle, the victim's vehicle was traveling. It was not stationary, and it looks to be just a head-on collision.
Do you know how long the chase was going on for?
Several minutes. It really didn't last very long. This is a fairly confined area, but I can't comment to the exact number of minutes yet, but it was a relatively short period of time.
So that means speed clearly was, I mean, they clearly weren't going just like 10 miles an hour. It was clearly fast.
Oh no, it was, like I said, it was a pursuit. I just don't know the actual right now.
So I'm sorry if I missed it. He was on westbound, but he was going the wrong way.
Yes, when they got back on the interstate here where we're standing and went westbound for approximately 1.5 miles, turned around on the deputy and were headed back eastbound coming back this way.
Just so we're clear, where did the actual chase start? You said it was
on Interstate 10 eastbound, just this side of the Loxley exit.
Okay, and then they ended up coming here.
Ended up coming to Wilcox, got off at Wilcox, which is the next exit, ended up coming here, got off here, looped back here, went down there, and that's where the wreck happened.
And then get a U-turn, okay.
Yes. Yes. We will try to have an update a little bit later. That update may come in written form once we get some updates as far as potential victims in this and the potential update on the traffic as well as the crash.
Wait, final obviously a police chase like this resulting in other innocent people dying, is it obviously that's going to be an investigation, but is it worth it?
Once again, that's part of the investigation. Keep in mind, these people ran from us, okay? So they're the ones that caused all this, and we were the ones that were trying to render the situation safe in that. As to why they were running and everything, and as to the continued pursuit, those are all things that we do look at in the investigation, and we will review. Thank you.
Sheriff, thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff. Thank you.
You just heard from Sheriff Hosmack exactly what unfolded just about 1:30 this afternoon here along I-10. This was involving both sides of I-10, eastbound and westbound. Tonight the road shut down. You're looking at the backup right now on westbound I-10. This is where they are forcing people off the road here at the Baldwin Beach Express. Tonight it's going to be closed several hours. He said the preliminary estimates 3 to 4 hours tonight following this crash. Right now, this is obviously going to be a long investigation. This was a deputy was chasing a suspect vehicle when the suspect vehicle somehow turned around on Interstate 10 westbound and then collided with another car here along Interstate 10 westbound. 4 people dead, 3 in the suspect vehicle they were pursuing. One other person in a other vehicle that was just collided with as they were driving along westbound Interstate 10. They both said both of the vehicles had out-of-state tags, but that is an investigation they are doing right now. They have not identified anyone. One other person was rushed to University Hospital in Mobile following this crash in the other vehicle that was not being pursued, an innocent vehicle. So 2 people were in the innocent vehicle. One of those people ultimately dying here on scene. The other one rushed to University Hospital. The extent of that person's injuries unclear. 3 people in the suspect vehicle are dead. We are told that the vehicle exploded upon impact, and we were told it was a fiery crash this afternoon, just about an hour and 45 minutes ago. What you heard from Sheriff Hosmack just a couple of moments ago here on Facebook Live is that it started over on Interstate 10 near just past the Loxley exit. They were trying to pull the vehicle over for a traffic stop. It then took off, which prompted a pursuit from the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office. They ended up over at they ended up over at the Wilcox exit. That vehicle then got off and got back on westbound, the opposite direction, heading towards the Mobile area. They then got off here at the Baldwin Beach Express, somehow looped around, got back on Interstate 10 westbound, started heading towards the Loxley exit, and then while the pursuit was going, that vehicle then did a U-turn on westbound I-10 and started heading eastbound in the wrong direction and slammed into another vehicle. So a tragic situation unfolding here, an officer-involved pursuit resulting in a two-car crash. The suspect vehicle, 3 people were killed. We're told it exploded upon impact. The other vehicle, 1 person was killed. The innocent vehicle, 1 person was killed, and the driver rushed to University Hospital with the unknown extent of injuries at this point. And we're told again, if you are traveling along I-10 westbound, find an alternate route. The Baldwin Beach between I-10 westbound between the Baldwin Beach Express all the way over to the Loxley exit, a 5-mile stretch of I-10 westbound shut down tonight following this crash here involving 2 vehicles. And because of the fact that this was a chase involving a Baldwin County Sheriff's Office, it is going to be closed quite a while tonight while this investigation unfolds. What we were told from the Sheriff Hosmack just a few moments ago is that it could be closed 3 to 4 hours. So they're looking at through the rush hour, possibly even longer, as this investigation unfolds. The state troopers are going to be investigating this crash tonight. And if you are traveling through the area from westbound I-10, if you are trying to get through here, trying to head towards Mobile, it is going to be shut down for quite a while tonight as this investigation is ongoing. You can see all the police lights out there, state troopers on scene along with the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office tonight, along with the Baldwin County Coroner. They are conducting their investigation here after this deadly crash. 4 people losing their lives here along Interstate 10 westbound. Just to give you a quick recap of what we learned just moments ago from Sheriff Hosmack with the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office, the pursuit not lasting that long, but it started near the Loxley exit. That car, Baldwin County Sheriff's Office deputy was trying to pull him over for some sort of traffic violation. It's unclear exactly what that is at this point. The sheriff says they're still gathering those details. It's unclear how fast they were going, but the pursuit started over near the Loxley exit on the eastbound lanes of I-10. They then drove several miles between past the Baldwin Beach Expressway all the way to the Wilcox exit, got off the interstate, flipped around and got onto westbound I-10. They then took off and came down here to the Baldwin Beach Express, got off at the Baldwin Beach Express, and then somehow looped around and got back on the same westbound lanes heading towards Mobile. And I guess at some point while they were heading towards, or on the westbound lanes, heading towards the Loxley exit, they somehow got into, the sheriff's deputy says that the suspect vehicle flipped around and started going the wrong way on Interstate 10. So obviously a very harrowing experience for anybody who was out there this afternoon. And so anyone probably seeing a vehicle going the wrong way on I-10 westbound, and that vehicle ultimately crashing into an innocent vehicle, an innocent car with 2 people inside, one of those people ultimately dying here on scene, the other one, the driver, taken to University Hospital. The extent of their injuries unclear at this point. The suspect's vehicle had 3 people inside and exploded upon impact, all 3 of those people losing their lives as well. So 4 total people dying in this crash along Interstate 10 westbound here in Baldwin County. Tonight, an active investigation. The road shut down, I-10 westbound shut down from the Baldwin Beach Expressway to Loxley tonight, and it's going to be shut down for several more hours. Those of you joining us here on Facebook Live, what we know at this point is that this was 4 people dying in this crash along I-10 westbound. This happening just about an hour and a half ago, or excuse me, at 1:30 this afternoon. At 1:30 this afternoon, just about 2 hours ago. We just heard from the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office, the Sheriff Hosmack. And he says that, again, 4 people lost their lives here, along 3 people in a suspect vehicle, 1 person in an innocent car that was basically, it was a head-on crash along Interstate 10 westbound. This chase starting before 1:30 over near the Loxley exit. Near the Loxley exit on the eastbound side. The pursuit started because of some sort of traffic violation. At this point, it's unclear what exactly the violation is. They then, the pursuit lasted from Loxley, went all the way over to the Wilcox exit. The suspect vehicle then got off at Wilcox.